I have 1 month for my exam. I've already booked my exam and I don't have a solid plan. All I need is what has to be done on an everyday basis for how many hours, and what to practice, when to practice, how to practice. Well, if you give me all these details, I'm ready to work hard. Well, if you belong to the category, then trust me, today's video is that video which gives you a complete roadmap for next 1 month to get your desired score. All you got to do is make sure you watch the video till the end. Hey everybody, Nakul here from SKILLS PTE ACADEMIC. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another super awesome packed video on follow this for 1 month, score 90, definitely guaranteed. Well, before we get into the video, if not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button, and anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance, you can check the information in the description of this video. We've left a WhatsApp link. You can click on the link, send us a message. I'll be there, we will be there to help you guide in the right direction. All right, without further delay, let's try to get right into the video. If you're 1 month for your exam, meaning 30 days, the first day is where you spend your time to get the approach of each and every module. So in this video, for the next 3 or 4 minutes, I'm going to detail out the approaches for each and every module. Stay tuned till the end. So once that is done, I'm going to give you the roadmap, the routine, what has to be done. Alright, so let's start with all the important things, the things that you need to follow, the things you should not follow. So pay more attention for this first 3 to 4 minutes. They are all very, very important for the next set of practices that you do from day 2 to day 30. The first thing is read aloud. Remember to add naturality. No fumbles, absolutely no hesitation, and absolutely no intonation. Remember, read aloud, all they check is your fluency. And when you speak, you should have that naturality with you, without fumbles, without hesitation. So let me just show you with a perfect read aloud for this particular question. The humid Jamaican air smells sweet from ripe mango and passion fruit trees. Smoke swirled around from the open fire where a whole green knobby breadfruit sat roasting next to a pot simmering with rundown. Well, this is the way to do it. I did not fumble. I did not give any hesitations. I was not intonating, and I don't have the pitch issue. Very soon I'll talk about that as well. Second thing is repeat sentence. Remember, 50-60% of the content is more than enough. So whenever you practice from day 2 to day 30, all you have to focus on is giving that crisp clarity, meaning pronunciation, and fluency, not just on the content. Well, content is least prioritized in your repeat sentence. So lengthy audios, make sure you listen less and speak less. Repeat sentence, done and dusted. So we'll see in just a while as to how to practice for the next set of days. Third is describe image. Remember, whatever is applicable in the read aloud, the same thing goes here as well in describe image. Fluency is the one that wins the race. It's not the content. Keywords, whether you give it or not, it is not going to make any difference. Remember to use a lengthy template. Check the description of this video to have the templates for all the modules, lengthy templates, and use less of a keyword, not more of a keyword. Describe image, done and dusted. Retell lecture, whatever holds good for you, read aloud. With respect to fluency, meaning naturality, no hesitation, no fumbling, no intonation, no pitch issue. All this will be applicable towards your describe image and retell lecture as well. Of course, to repeat sentence. In retell lecture, avoid using keywords, use phrases. Check my retell lecture video, you will get complete understanding on how to write phrases. A phrase is a small sentence like this, 4 to 5 sentences you need to write. And use the template that I provided in the description of this video. With the template, you just speak. Make sure when you speak, don't use your logic, don't use your brain too much. This is not fitting in, it's okay. This is not logically making sense, it's totally fine. This is grammatically wrong, it's totally fine. Just speak, just speak, just speak. For the next set of days that I'm gonna give you a routine, right? You need to inculcate these things. If you are not synced with these things, then simply practicing is not going to make sense. So I'm telling you all these things. When you practice, don't use this too much with respect to retell lecture. In the read aloud, how you read? Whatever is there, you read, correct? Retell lecture also, whatever is there, whatever you've written, just read. I have written wrong, so I will correct it, marks gone. Remember this. So with respect to your essay writing, make sure not to use, meaning avoid using one word template, or avoid using those templates which have keyword, comma, keyword, comma, keyword, comma, keyword, comma, keyword. All you got to do is make sure to use a template which has 4 or 5 sentences to be written by you guys with a mixture of simple, compound, complex. Because the next, whatever you practice, from the day 2 to day 30, you got to inculcate this in practice. If for one word template you're practicing will not make any sense, because you don't anyhow get the scores. Remember this. Summarize written text. Avoid writing synonyms. Some guy will tell you don't exactly copy paste, you don't get the marks. He's an IELTS trainer, not a PTE trainer. in the summarized written text. Whatever is there, you write exactly as it is. Take the first sentence, take second sentence, two full sentences. Between them, add a comma, connector in the end, full stop. Copy paste meaning exactly you need to type. Don't change the words. When you change the words, there is no guarantee our poor software baba understands what you write and gives you more mark. Correct? It may end up giving you less marks because summarized written text contributes marks towards your reading and writing. Both, it's not just the writing. Your reading marks may go down if you try to write synonyms. Avoid doing it. So next, when we come to reading fill in the blanks and reading writing fill in the blanks, you're going to have a strategy to solve them. The strategy is to have a mixture of grammar approach, collocation approach, and reading skill, meaning finding clues approach. All these three are required. It's not just the finding clues, understanding the context and doing it will take a lot of time. Grammar and collocation will not work for everything. You need to have a mixture of all these three. Recently made a 6-hour full course, 6 hours. If you have missed it, please kindly check it out. Sit on a Sunday morning till evening and finish it off. It's gonna make a huge difference. And also last year I made a 2-hour grammar full course. Check these two videos. They have abundant knowledge. Help you fix the strategies for your reading fill in the blank and reading writing fill in the blanks. Definitely you're gonna skip choose single answer, choose multiple answer. Absolutely waste. You're not gonna even practice from day 2 to day 30. Reordering the paragraph, 1.5 minute max you can give in the exam. After 1.5 minutes, if you're still not able to solve, randomly drag and drop something and move on. It is not a priority. The entire listening has 8 modules. You're going to skip a lot of modules. The modules that are important are only 4 out of this 8. 4 modules: summarize spoken text, listening fill in the blanks, highlight incorrect words, write from dictation, choose single answer, choose multiple answers, select missing word, highlight correct summary. You're going to skip it. Don't practice. You're not going to practice. I'm not going to inculcate them in day 2 to day 30, the practice sessions, because they're not going to give you marks. You're going to click one option and move on in the exam quickly so that you save the time and use all the time in your last section called write from dictation. Summarize spoken text. No logic is required. When you write, oh, it's logically not making sense, it's totally fine. But what matters the most is the grammar, spelling, and the phrases. These 3 things are the must. So whatever the template you use, you proofread for spelling and grammar. And make sure you have written some 4 to 5 phrases. 65 to 70 words would be an ideal word count to get good marks from summarized spoken text towards your writing and towards your listening. When it comes to listening, fill in the blanks, it's all the listening skill. Say this word science. What is the spelling of this word science? Is it S-C-I-E-N-C-E or S-I-G-N-S? Both are pronounced the same. Science. So now the listening fill in the blanks is all about your listening skills. You're going to use that particular word which makes sense when you put it and read it in the blank. So it's a listening skill. Listen to the story. Don't wait for that particular word alone. Rest I don't listen. Only that blank I will wait and watch and listen and write. You will most likely push yourself into the RIP zone, RIP zone. Hope you're getting it. So listening fill in the blanks is a test of your listening skills and your spelling. So these two is what you're going to work for the next 29 to 30 odd days in the next routine session that I'm gonna give you a plan in just a while. Highlight incorrect words, very simple strategy. There's a negative marking there. So negative marking is only when you select something. But if you don't select, no negative marking. Meaning in doubt, don't select anything. But it will be very easy module. You gotta select everything. But let's say one particular word you have a doubt, whether they spoke exactly this or not, leave it empty in doubt so that you are in a safe zone. Then write from dictation, definitely it's a test of your listening skill. If this and this, not just this, if I speak in my native language, you won't understand, but all you got to do is, oh, Nakul is speaking something, meaning you heard it, but you couldn't process it. Write from dictation doesn't want you just to listen or hear the audio, it wants you to process the audio because you know English. It's a listening skill. Plus, you can write extra words, extra spellings, whatever you want, all those jugad, you can do it. But at the end of the day, if your spelling matches, you're going to get the mark. So it's the spelling skills and the listening skills. So with all these things that I showed you, the only 6 modules that makes the difference. First is read aloud. Second is repeat sentence. Third is reading fill in the blanks. Fourth is reading, writing fill in the blanks. Fifth is listening fill in the blanks. Sixth is write from dictation. These are the dominant modules. Essay, gissay and all very least prioritized. So from day 2 to day 30, first thing is memorize the templates. For the first few days, you just speak the templates for the first 5 or 6 days. Every day 3 times, just like taking tablets. Don't try to memorize, you will forget. Every day 3 times, morning once, afternoon once, evening once. Just memorize the templates. Describe image, retell lecture, summarize spoken text, essay. These 4 are templates. Just memorize these 4 and if you get time, you can just practice these 4. describe image, retell lecture, hardly 1 or 2 questions you can practice. Whatever the question you're practicing for retell lecture, same thing you write. It will become summarized spoken text. 1 essay and proofread you write. But all these are low priority modules. The 6 modules that I just talked about, they are the dominant modules. So the next 29, 30 days, we have to give most of our time to these 6 modules. Hope you are getting it. Describe image, retell lecture, summarize spoken text, essay. You just first 5 days practice for 10-15 minutes, memorize the template and finish it off. It is not a priority. Reorder, not a priority. You don't have to worry too much. Probably 5 minutes or 10 minutes a day. If you really want, you can do it. Or check my reorder the paragraph video. Part 1 and part 2 is there. I know I may do the part 3, but part 1 and part 2 is more than enough. Understand the strategies, apply them in the exam. You get the correct answer, well and good. You don't get the correct answer, still well and good, and move on. With all these things, now what is left? The 6 modules. Read aloud, repeat sentence. Reading, fill in the blanks, reading, writing, fill in the blanks, listening, fill in the blank, write from dictation. For these 6, what is required should be the ultimate roadmap. So what is required for all these things is 1 hour of reading activity. This a lot of students miss out on. Simply practicing PTE will not improve your skills. Read aloud is a reading skill. Repeat sentence, test of your listening skill. Correct? Reading, fill in the blank, reading, writing, fill in the blanks. Vocabulary, grammar, collocation. Vocabulary, how do you improve if you simply practice reading, fill in the blanks question from some random pip.com or xyz.com. Listening, fill in the blank, write from dictation is all about spelling and listening skill. So you need to read. 1 hour of reading activity is a must. You can read whatever you want. You can take a novel and read. You can read magazine, newspapers, bbc.com, timesofindia.com, whatever you want. That's the first thing. 1 hour you need to give for the next 30 days. Second is listening to a podcast. You can find podcasts in YouTube. Increase the speed to 1.5x and just start listening to it. Don't do anything, just listen. Whenever you're going in a metro or a bus or traveling, just listen. Getting it right? These are the simple things. And there are some websites like iheart.com or adeptenglish.com. These are the free websites using which you can actually listen to podcasts. After doing these 2, which will constitute approximately 1.5 hours, you got to do 5 to 6 spelling tests. In our course, we have this spelling test on an everyday basis for 20 minutes. You want to join a course, you join us, but if you don't want to invest on a course, then find out the resources. You can use ChatGPT, find some apps and download. At least 10-15 minutes you got to do the spelling test. And after doing this, if you still have time, 10 to 15 minutes, play this game called Duel and Back. This is the game that makes a huge difference. It makes you more smarter. It makes your neurons work faster. The nervous system gets activated. There are a lot of whole bunch of theory on this game. It expands your memory. It expands your brain. It makes you more smarter and so many stuff. So if you get time, do it. This will constitute around 2 hours. 1 hour of reading, 30 minutes of podcast, 10-15 minutes of spelling, 10-15 minutes of Duel and Back. 2 hours are done, and now you do the PTE. Now what to do in the PTE? Just make a note of whatever that you see on the screen. 10 minutes of read aloud, 15 minutes of repeat sentence, more than enough. 5 reading fill in the blanks, 5 reading writing fill in the blanks, 5 listening fill in the blanks, and write from dictation around 10. This is the actual roadmap. You got to do it. Probably you need 3 hours per day to do it. You can compromise on number of questions in reading fill in the blanks or read aloud, repeat sentence, but do not compromise on 1 hour of reading activity, 30 minutes of listening activity. Whenever you are not finding time, this 2 hour you have to give at any cost, because this 2 hour that you spend on is the one that actually, enhances your English. And PT is an English exam. So all this will actually go good. So I'll just write all of them on the screen. You can take a screenshot and just stick to it. Things will automatically fall in place. I think that's all for today. I really hope this roadmap will do the needful and get you the magic scores in 1 month's time. If you believe the video was informative, like, share and subscribe and leave your valuable comments in the comment section. With this, I'll park the video here. This is Nakul and AKUL Nakul signing off from SKILLS PTE. See you all soon. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks much.